Tonight on Entertainment News, find out how Harry Styles left one girl with an unforgettable moment, why Jay-Z left fans confused and wondering where he went, and how one music festival quickly turned into a living nightmare. Don't go anywhere. WTOP 10 Entertainment News starts now. Welcome back to Entertainment News. I'm your host, Carson Bruner, and I'm joined tonight by my lovely panelists, Brianna and Monet. Let's get right into things. This year's Astrofest, an annual event led by famous rapper Travis Scott, was anything but a fun night out for many in attendance. People are now speaking up on social media after several people died at the event from massive overcrowding and asphyxiation. The Houston Police Department and Travis Scott himself have since made statements announcing the deaths of kids as young as 14 years old and hundreds more injured. Travis says he's working closely with families of the deceased, and Houston police have also confirmed an investigation into someone drugging a security guard. Our reporter, Melanie Higgins, spoke to some concert goers who say tens of thousands of people were there, crushing each other to get close to Travis Scott, making it hard to breathe. They say they watched unconscious bodies hit the ground and medical personnel engage in CPR. Concert goers said that they felt that there was no light, no oxygen, and they had a really difficult time. What do you ladies think about that? I mean, it's horrific what happened.
I just think, number one, in the midst of chaos, effective communication is just not going to work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, in addition to that, I've come across a headline on People's Magazine, and the headline, quote, "Pregnant Kylie Jenner uninjured after Travis Scott Astroworld incident leaves 8 dead," end quote. And that, I just felt that was very insensitive and distasteful on People's Magazine's part. Why are you reporting on Kylie when there's people who are dead and in need of help? I just felt that was unnecessary. That was really bad on their part to do that.
Yeah. What do you think, Monet?
I think that Travis definitely needs to take accountability for what happened. I saw he posted on Instagram, on his Instagram story, apologizing for everything that happened, but I just feel like it wasn't well thought out. He seemed very confused on the entire time, so I just think he needs to make a better statement.
You know, and we could see that there were ambulances coming through the crowd, and he even was like performing on a platform in the middle of the crowd, so there's no way that he didn't see what was going on. And I think that this event and these people who passed away so sadly and suddenly that shouldn't have, who loved him and went to see him, it could have been avoided. Definitely. And the fact that he didn't stop the show is just awful, because you know Dave Grohl, who is the lead singer of the Foo Fighters, yes, he was trending on Twitter today along with other artists, speaking about how, you know, they actually stopped their concerts for things that were smaller, like Dave Grohl stopped a concert for people just getting in a fight because he was worried about people being in a fight. And to see people being literally crushed and not stopping your show, he needs to be held accountable.
Definitely.
Travis Scott isn't the only rapper making headlines tonight. Jay-Z is also drawing attention to himself after he made a surprise Instagram account. While only posting about the Netflix Western he helped produce titled The Harder They Fall, his emergence on the app over the week allowed him to quickly amass over 1 million followers, while he himself only followed his wife, Beyonce. But the rap mogul made his exit just as quick. Now his account is gone.
Lynn Spears, the mother of pop icon Britney Spears, is requesting more than $650,000 in attorney-related fees. Lynn believes Britney's estate should pay for what she says are fees paid related to fight Britney's case. Britney responded with a now-deleted Instagram post, quote, "What people don't know is that my mom is the one who gave him the idea," end quote. Britney's conservatorship case is still ongoing.
Taylor Swift has yet another surprise for her fans. The 31-year-old singer is set to release a short film featuring a long-awaited 10-minute version of her song All Too Well. The short film will feature Stranger Things star Sadie Sink and Teen Wolf actor Dylan O'Brien. Swift wrote, directed, and stars in the short film. The film is set to release on November 12th.
Taylor Swift isn't the only one providing for her fans. Harry Styles is now being praised by his fans after he helped one girl come out to her mother at one of his shows. Now the mother and daughter share the moment. Gabriella Bacara tells us how it all went down.
It was by chance Harry Styles would read McKinley McConnell's sign at his Love on Tour stop in Milwaukee Wednesday night. It was an even greater chance that he'd do what the sign said. "My mom is in section 201. Help me come out."
I'm smiling.
Lisa! She's good!
McConnell says the sign was put together at the last minute. Her mom didn't even have a ticket until 2 days before the concert. While McConnell is still in shock, both she and her mom are grateful to Harry for sharing this moment with them.
Him himself and his music and the space he's created with his fans, it just always means like safety to me. It means friends that I would have never thought I would get to meet, opportunities I would think I like never would imagine to get. It as cliche as it sounded, it does mean like the world to me.
I feel really blessed and very honored to be in that moment. It's very rare that you get to have these once in a lifetime experiences. So I'm very honored and blessed that I was able to be a part of it.
McKinley, who lives in Wisconsin, flew out to Milwaukee to see Harry Styles perform. Now she has this incredible moment to remember for the rest of her life.
Emmy Award-winning actor Billy Porter came out on The Late Show stage and apologized to Harry Styles after comments he has made about Styles' Vogue cover. Billy says that the conversation is not about him, but the systems of oppression and the erasure of people of color who contribute to the culture. He reiterates in quote, "I'm sorry, Harry. I didn't mean no harm. We like Harry."
Tiger King's Joe Exotic has shared he has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. The Tiger King star, whose real name is Joe Maldonado, was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison back in January 2020 after being convicted of trying to hire two different men to kill animal rights activist Carol Baskin. Maldonado received a biopsy test that revealed cancer, and he is still getting treatment while in prison. Medical care is different in prison, and fewer options are available.
Pregnancy is typically the most joyous and exciting time in a woman's life. However, 35-year-old actress and singer Lea Michele shares how her pregnancy was all but a walk in the park. Michelle opens up to ET about the trial she faced conceiving her son and being diagnosed with polycystic syndrome, which is a hormonal disorder commonly affecting women of reproductive age. Michelle says, "I had a really intense pregnancy. I had a really intense journey of trying to get pregnant."
Even celebrities can be fans. Who says they can't? Cardi B lets out her inner fangirl after meeting Twilight star Robert Pattinson. The rapper posted a video on Twitter on Saturday where she was seen next to Pattinson, where the two were seen in video doing playful gestures. Cardi B captions the video with, "I feel like a teen again." Cardi did not stop there. The rapper couldn't help herself but showed her support to the U star Penn Badgley, expressing she would officiate Kal Penn's wedding. There is currently an ongoing petition to feature the rapper on season 4 of You.
Speaking of Twilight stars, Kristen Stewart is engaged to screenwriter Dylan Meyer. Stewart says, quote, "We're getting married. We're totally gonna do it. I wanted to be proposed to, so I think I very distinctively carved out what I wanted, and she nailed it. We're marrying. It's happening," end quote. Stewart is happy, and we love that for her. We're wishing the best for the two, and I want to congratulate them on the engagement.
Coming up on Entertainment News, how Sesame Street is delivering COVID-19 discussions to kids, which fan favorite artists are starring in the new Wicked movie based off the musical, and which Marvel movie is smashing box office records. Don't go anywhere. WTOP 10 Entertainment News will be right back.
Each
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back from the break. Tonight we're beginning a fun new segment called the Reality TV Rundown. In this segment, I'll give you the rundown of the latest news in the reality TV world. Let's get into it. From Oswego to Beverly Hills, the final episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11 reunion aired this week. The Housewives franchise may be known for its drama, and this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills did not disappoint, thanks to cast member Erika Jayne. Erika Jayne is known for her music career, singing infamous songs like lyrics like "It's Expensive to Be Me." This season showcased events that transpired after Erika and her husband, former top attorney Tom Girardi, were sued for allegedly embezzling funds from one of Tom's major cases. Widows and children were meant to receive funds due to the 2018 Lion Air crash, but Tom allegedly gave Erika the millions of dollars to fund her expensive lifestyle instead. In the final reunion episode of the season, Erika said, quote, "I loved my husband. Now he is allegedly defrauding widows, orphans, and burn victims. How do you think I feel?" Erika claims that she was unaware of any alleged illegal funds entering her bank accounts. While some may deem reality TV to be completely fake, Lisa Vanderpump proves that the reality of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills can be drama on air and off the air. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum and Vanderpump Rules star has been criticized by fans for speaking out against West Hollywood intending to raise minimum wage. In a West Hollywood City Council Zoom meeting on Wednesday, Vanderpump said, quote, "I just implore you to really give this a lot of thought, because I do believe if we raise the minimum wage now, it's going to be counterproductive," end quote. Lisa owns 3 popular restaurants in West Hollywood and argues that restaurant employees often take over $100,000 a year thanks to tips. While Lisa says that restaurants need to get back on their feet after the pandemic, one Twitter user responded by saying, quote, "God forbid they make some sacrifices to their extremely lavish lifestyles to help keep their employees afloat when they're worth $90 million. While we could fill an entire episode of entertainment news with Real Housewives drama, I'll leave you with one more story. Tonight's long-awaited episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City shows the moment the FBI entered filming to look for cast member Jen Shah. Jen Shah is seen answering a phone call before asking fellow cast member Whitney Rose to turn off her microphone. The Housewives were in a limo waiting to leave on one of the infamous Housewives group trips, but Jen quickly told the other women she had an emergency and needed to leave. Moments later, FBI arrived fully armed and a helicopter was seen circling the area. Jen Shah was arrested and charged with conspiring to commit wire fraud and money laundering. While there is plenty of crime and controversy in the reality TV world, there is also lots of love and lots of roses. Can you guess where I'm going with this? Michelle Young's season of The Bachelorette is in full swing and airing on ABC at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays. The franchise's famous slogan is that every season is the most dramatic season ever, and while we're only a few episodes in, we've already seen a jacket thrown in a pool, heard the hilarious line, "This man is really pushing my buttons," and seen some of the best limo entrances probably ever. The season looks more promising than most. And that's the rundown for tonight. For all things reality TV, we'll be back with more entertainment news after the break.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to Entertainment News. I'm your host, Carson Bruner, and there's just one of me this time. Let's get right back into it. Marvel is back at it again, smashing box office records. This weekend, Marvel's new movie, Eternals, brought thousands of fans all over into theaters to watch its debut. David McDaniel tells us how fans are reacting.
Oscar-winning director Chloe Zhao went from indie films to the MCU.
I had to pitch for it. And we both have to look at each other and go, there's something about what you're offering we really want. And that's when I have the project.
Ajak, played by Salma Hayek, leads the team.
I had given up on the hope of Marvel noticing that I existed, and it was just amazing.
The diverse cast includes Lauren Ridloff as the MCU's first deaf superhero.
I love that my deafness is not seen as, a driving point to a story. It's just, it's just an asset.
And Kumail Nanjiani as its first South Asian superhero.
I wanted him to be the opposite of most of the opportunities that I'd gotten and most of the opportunities that brown men have gotten in Hollywood, So usually either we play terrorists, I wanted him to be full of joy, the opposite of that, or we're nerds and I wanted him to be cool, or we're weak and I wanted him to be strong. So I just sort of was like, what is something that I haven't gotten to do that we don't usually get to do? Let's be the opposite of all that.
Between the heroics, we see the friendships, which the cast formed off-screen as well, most of them.
I don't think I was really expecting to come out of this with so many incredible friendships. I mean, I really got to know everyone so well.
Yeah, I made no friends on this movie.
Excuse me.
Apart from you. We became friends. We became friends.
Okay.
We've loved these people since the day we arrived. When you love something.
Film debuts a groundbreaking premiere with its diverse cast ranging from deaf, LGBTQ+, and pop stars. Lauren Ridloff makes history this weekend as the first deaf performer to appear in a Marvel film. In conservative Gulf nations such as Saudi Arabia, the film premiere has reportedly been quietly banned due to its inclusion of the first gay superhero. Lastly, and I must mention, spoiler alert, global pop sensation Harry Styles makes his debut in the star-studded lineup in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Heroes.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever is being temporarily delayed due to Leticia Wright's injury that she sustained earlier this year. The actress was hospitalized in Boston after a stunt mishap. She plays the main character Shuri. The Marvel movie has been filming in Atlanta, shooting with director Ryan Coogler as he attempts to film as much as he can without the Wakandan princess. Production is expected to pause the week of Thanksgiving and resume early 2022.
As Black Panther is delayed, another up-and-coming movie is starting to catch people's eyes. Wicked the musical is turning into a movie, and two wickedly popular artists are the leading ladies. Tony winner Cynthia Erivo is cast as Elphaba, opposite of Ariana Grande, who will be playing Glinda. The pandemic shutdowns have moved the making of this movie back since producer Mark Platt began talking about it in 2015. Now a release date is yet to be finalized.
Netflix tweeted Stranger Things Season 4 will premiere in the summer of 2022. A new teaser shows Eleven in California adjusting to her new life in school. She writes a letter to Mike that everything is great and says she can't wait for spring break. We also got a look at the titles for all 9 of the Season 4 episodes for the first time. The new announcements come as part of the Netflix celebration of Stranger Things Day.
Big Bird has some good news. Everyone's favorite walking, talking yellow bird is 6 years old, which means he's finally eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. He tweeted, "I got the COVID vaccine today." Big Bird, Elmo, and other Sesame Street characters appeared on CNN for a Saturday morning program where he stated, "My wings are feeling a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy." Unfortunately, Elmo, who is just 3, isn't old enough for his COVID shot.
More good news is pouring in, this time from SNL. Last night's episode left fans shocked after the host, Kieran Culkin, took the stage. Culkin is widely known for his work on the hit HBO show Succession as a lead actor. Culkin was followed by musical guest Ed Sheeran, who announced his run-in with COVID just hours after the show promoted his appearance. Nevertheless, all attendees were able to perform and remain safe. Coming up on Entertainment News, exciting news for Animal Crossing fans across the world. Find out why the game is turning heads and how Scott Disick is making his way back into cahoots with the Kardashians. And what famous show is inspiring Mr. Beast to get creative. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WTOP 10 Entertainment News.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Entertainment News. Let's jump right back into some hot stories. YouTuber Jimmy Donaldson, more well known as Mr. Beast, is recreating a real-life Squid Game. The YouTuber shared photos of the Squid Game sets on Twitter and says he wishes the 456 contestants good luck next week. Last month, Donaldson posted a TikTok promising his fans if the video reached 10 million likes, he would make a real-life Squid Game. His fans did not disappoint. The video reached the 10 million goal in only 2 days.
I don't know how to feel about this.
How do you feel?
I don't know how to feel about this. I guess since he's a YouTuber, I would like to see the behind the scenes action of everything leading up to the game, because I feel like this is just a bit extreme. I'm a little worried. And what's the prize that they're getting out of it? Is it money or is it all just like, I want to know more?
I personally think it's kind of cool, just as long as no one's dying, you know? I think it'll be fun, especially for the fans, to actually, you know, do what the people did on the show. So I think it's cool.
I think one of the reasons that Mr. Beast is so popular is the reason that he just makes all these fun competitions for his fans. And a lot of times he brings his fans into these things and they usually win money. He gives them a social media shout out and people just love him for it. He has millions and millions of subscribers on YouTube, and so he's clearly doing well with it. And Squid Game is so popular right now, as we know. So I guess it's like the best of both worlds situation. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Since you guys put it that way, then okay, I guess I can agree. Sounds good. Yeah. As long as people are enjoying and not getting hurt.
No one's dying. As long as no one's dying,
getting hurt.
Yes, nobody's dying. I mean, come on.
I've seen one episode. I'll spoil it. Sorry, guys. But they were playing a tug of war game, and the death was so extreme. Like they're literally playing tug of war at this height. And literally tugging one another, and whoever like loses, they literally fall to their death. So I want to know, how are you gonna recreate a game like that, like games like that?
Yeah, you know, I feel like Mr. Beast, maybe he'll do that, but then there'll be like foam at the bottom. You know how in gyms there's that foam at the bottom, so obviously nobody is gonna die. I mean, come on, this is being broadcast to the masses. He's obviously gonna be safe. He probably doesn't want to be sued, so we have to look at it that way, right? That's all the time we have for tonight. I hope everybody has a great night.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.